As an investor, we want to invest into quality investment that give us good investment return. In this video, I will share with you 3 critical criteria to consider when selecting quality investment.
Investing into quality investment. Some of you were so familiar with investment, you may say, Mr. Yap, this is very obvious, isn't it? Because we all spend time learning from KC Lau and this blog. Of course, we want to invest into quality investment only. But based on my 30 years of practicing experience, talk is one thing, learning is one thing, actually doing it is another thing. So that's why I want to emphasize the point again. Because a lot of people, when they select their investment, they don't select their investment objectively. Most Malaysians, when they select their investment, they select their investment conveniently. Okay, what do I mean conveniently? Say buying property. Your brother just bought a property in Puchong. Conveniently, he say he's good, then he conveniently go buy another also next to him or across the road. You want to buy an insurance policy, not because you go and research and look for the insurance company, but ex-colleague of you or ex-schoolmate of you have become an insurance agent, come to approach you and pitch to you an insurance idea. That's why you buy that insurance policy, whether it's an income plan or investment link or whatever. So same thing also unit trust. So this is what I mean by making investment decision without proper research. So I want to share that 3 important criteria when we want to invest. Of course, now there are bargain everywhere. On top of good bargain, first criteria, we need to consider whether it is regulated. In Malaysia, of course, the regulator will be Bank Negara Malaysia and Securities Commission. Why is it important to be regulated? Because the government or the regulator would have gone through their proposal and will have gone through how this company operates to protect the interest of the investor. Should something go wrong with the investment, you can depend on the regulator to take some action against them to recover your money. So if an investment is not regulated in Malaysia or not regulated at all, then should you were to face some problem with the investment company or loss of capital, then there's nowhere you can go to get back your hard-earned money. And the second point here is about return of investment versus return on investment. A lot of people pay a lot of attention on return on investment, which means when we invest, we are looking for 10% return, 12% return, 15% return on investment. But people forget to ask what is the return of investment, which means to say when you invest into an investment, what happens if the company that offer the investment go bust? What happened to your money? What is your chance of getting back your capital? That's what I mean by return of investment. Example of a good practice of return of investment will be unit trust industry in Malaysia. Because when you invest into unit trust fund, the investment money do not go directly to the unit trust management company. Your investment money actually go to the trustee appointed by the unit trust management company. So your money is kept there in the trust account in the trustee company, and when the fund manager buy the stock or sell the stock, all the money and the stock are all kept by the trustee. So should the unit trust management company were to go bust, get into financial difficulty, your money will be safely protected by the trustee. Of course, some of you may invest more than unit trust. You may invest into some other investment which is non-unit trust. So you may not have the kind of protection. But it's okay. There is still a criteria that you can consider. You should consider the criteria by looking at the underlying asset of the particular investment. If the underlying assets are solid, for example, the underlying assets are properties, are shares, or bonds, so it means these are solid investments. If the investment company can't even tell you what are the investment, what are the underlying assets, or those underlying assets of that investment are also those derivative, then the chances of this return of investment may not be so high. Third criteria is best of breed. I always suggest the client when they invest, they should look for the investment that may give same risk but offer higher return, because that will help you to achieve your financial freedom target return better. So as you can see, I can simply take any comparison of the, say in this case here, Malaysia Equity Fund. We can see some fund that during the same period of time, 5 years period of time, can perform as high as 47%, and some fund in the same category may be doing only 6%. There is a difference about close to 40% return. So for me, Malaysia Equity Fund present the risk almost the same. But if you were to choose the best of breed, then you can choose the fund that can give you a better return within the same risk. So if you do not have the kind of software support like professional company like Wingman, you can always go to newspaper. I believe like the Age newspaper, they have got the unit trust performance comparison table that you can refer. So my question to you is that, have you lately done a unit trust investment review to see if you are investing into a best of breed fund? So if you need assistance, talk to your financial planner. If your financial planner is competent, they are licensed under QTA license, it can help you to identify the best of breed fund from different companies.
If money is important to you, please remember to subscribe to my channel.